Any say baby a tremor na a year and go for a from MPP free call for a year or forensic auditor to say now our time na a shout or saying anything it is what is a enyas and good one. Na say no akufado so ababontin e can say or make you 10 catch ECJ Mensah saying also per forensic audit of the register and you need MPP register, you need NDC register or per a forensic audit. I just will make you 10 just say stripping in naked party say no or shall see us or tie a year the ceiling kitty more can chose be beside the day because the baby a tremor a year by me by same piece by catch a gun phone and say 30,000 to go lease for a day. I'll boy Ragan about everything. About register, Kikaki Cannibal Sauce and be branches, Charlotte or second pointing. Then say, own share on your day, only key some information in charge. Say, about me goodness in between trying track a say, na media for Chanaman for ye. Some voices near, I probably could say just any answer and good try. And then program Ponsar 30,000 or cannot say, a more 10% of investigation on no more why. And all the above pointing at the account the so as I catch eyes of Punk Romunia the above pointing may can be a Michael Quay Muni na above pointing may can be all kinds of farmers for you say anything of Vunia say a yes I voter registration I call for new registration voter a Ghana for adding. I said it some years and yeah politician campo I said some years internet NDC for so call it for a year I didn't know more a year MB4 and I say James and say qualify alarm for it. I say I came till about pointing I be go main mass budget and yes I hate daily update TV so and I know first time my band so any no book and snow I didn't subscribe and my say we need to be an should be a notification of also no abesham so come new ticket till I back near the come channel at also.
Every time they want to make a move, they use these dirty people. Now, you know, I want to say almost set the grounds in my politician. Then you see the politicians follow up.
Having a proper process, making sure that the process is clean and proper. Yeah, clean and proper process.
That's right. Just say, new voters register still a good job. Yeah.
Now, the main who said, as NDC for who said, yeah, what who say, the never do the moment, it's me, I did the brain. And then says, you might use the register my for say, for no person, I want to mind your brain to be the engine woman, woman I had to. Now, I did, and ya say, and say, and ya, say, children, for your baby and their papa, mama. Now, man, the Soviet, I bet you said, I buy a quack or two, but two was to do. Near the end of one, and they said, a drag Togo for about 2 Togo, opposition leader, some piano father. Then I make our Ghana, Lydia, and all from Togo. So Togo register, no, saying, or kind Togo for, penny for, a man paying me election authorities, won't be a piano. So there are several for two echoes one name. You are going to charge there, echoes, I'm brand new, Nippon, or you to training. Hey, I am His Excellency, John Dramani Mahama. Monu Tr0ublë, and a more echo Togo. So, Quaco na yes, so your own way. Of course, put you the other. And was set for that President of Togo. Now, Togolese election authority said, or so. Asama the fire breaker, young friend, I buy a barber to the choir, young Tom Shedder. Now, ma electoral commission for acquiring your register with me. I say, yeah, you man, ye and the problem, yeah, the 2 years, a 12 and for Casacasa Diana, and for Passabasabia Edma, and Pat. A year register, no, yet wanted to abandon money said, to say that. Yeah, but about Tr0ublë and the prime princess are happy satisfied with the register. The cultural man, where then so on the party for Edgy yeah, Emerson J. A year, and if you are your about register at the CN for name and MPP register. SC MPP register and not NDC register. And you see a business register, a Babiano, and Rochester, change the cook one and the so deep. And you are not been there. Ye Ghana for register. You hear no, say, Benya register, Ghana for you now, and Benya GG will miss a register. Hey, Papa, Sami, the control bano, the Beshia Babu, Pia Beziat, 1 year, once a while.
Where time I could for the opposition. He was calling for a new register. Where time opposition. Into CSO so starting komono. Into CSO so omo mu use omo nya MPP boys. Where time I could for the opposition. On the anoka. O see a new register. Ni basis ne say o see oh. Oni ya sengbe din komono ya sengbe so or problem or on the register minti Ghana problem. And a CSO so say oh ye new register adentra oh because NDC for internal election ma say your confusion see into the whole Ghana register na bloated. One reasons on my enti CSOs no ye adwuma no wie no e na achechede ne kwotena radio so e na owie na say oh mokura munim owie na say monhwe Mahamudu Bawumia ekoye press conference kire Ghana we nya no opposition o e na omka kire Ghana for say register na bloat no e yanwonafo e na omka sankofo free Togo tie kwasiafo we National Pigs Party we tie se obi apie se obe counter 17 December election mumbuo munkuomo so obi apie no be mbema so mutwomuti kwasiafo omunya Ghana nche obia omunya Ghana fo nche obia any group that rises up to counter the nationwide strike demonstration by Ghanaians obubo ki obi aye mbema so mutwomuti ne enhwe de obema wo Ghana koto de ne bodwe ekufo de keka nkwasesem wewie no ena ba omi akoye press conference Ghana your borders saying your Togo your Ivory Coast and your Burkina Faso. Baomia be press conference catch the Ghana for say nipa be over 30,000 every Togo. Baomia kwasia witness up on for vote. Na mo wona for ni bi mo agimintra. Obeye press conference catch the Ghana nya say hey na munim say NDC for ma wona for kwasia for mo free Togo mo free Ghana no. Omo di nipa dodo say ewura Ghana Baomia onie mo hwe no. Siato
97.3 City FM.
Available data also shows increases in voters register in several constituencies, unusual increase in the voters register in several constituencies between 2008 and 2012. In general, if you see an increase in the voters register between two elections of a magnitude above 10 or 15% is high. I mean, if you are having more 15% increase in the voters register, what is the level of migration into the constituency? You know even if you give birth to children, they cannot vote. So what would account for a 15% increase in the register? An increase in the voters register by 25% between two elections is abnormally high. But there are several instances of this we find in the data, about 25%. One cannot credibly explain, for example, how the voters register of magnitudes existing for about 40% can take place. 40% increase between 2008 and 2012. Where did the people come from? We used what we call facial biometric recognition technology. So basically you are trying to look at two people, you search the registers of both Ghana and Togo, and then the program will look at characteristics, facial recognition characteristics, look at the distances between the eyes, ears, and so on. Mr. Chairman, the system has found what we call potential matches of 76,286 potential matches. And we are presenting some of these samples. I should note that so far, Mr. Chairman, I should note that so far, So far, we have only completed less than 10% of the search on the register. Less than 10% of the search. It's work that is ongoing. And we will soon begin work on the Ivorian register to check the western border as well. And then we'll look at Burkina Faso. The evidence is therefore incontrovertible that Ghana's voters register has been compromised. It is not a document we can rely on for free, fair, and transparent elections in Ghana. The case for a new register is overwhelming. It's overwhelming.
The issues that are being spoken about, and then we all get on board to get a credible register so that all of us can be at peace with the results of whatever election.
Today we have presented evidence to provide a basis for ensuring that we have a clean register going into the 2016 election. We want to move forward, and that is why we are presenting this as the basis for the new register for the 2016 election.
This is a very, very serious matter, and I call upon civil society, the women's groups, the churches, the Muslim groups, and others. All of them, the farmers and the TUC, they own this country. This country is not owned by politicians. And the journalists, please make it a point to be inquisitorial. Because what has been presented to you, go and see whether it is true or not.
For any information about trade now, so send me for a permanent seminar. Imam test news, because any awesome. So, yeah, Becca, AG, Mensah, 19, and one chinipa, Addo, artist, to Donald the friend, no, and NDC was a Ochina, there's a summary and a demonstration needed to much chilling punches and some couture. Kelvin tell a boy some old latest be video be just a night intimate video for who donate some boys been alcohol for the day. Call for a new register, a about me also diggy quiet. A good dinner, a simple as we can, boss was some cancer, a 30,000 to go list for a day. A boy Ghana just of my barrier, and my register now, and so the air and try. All customer cars a mood 10% compound investigation on why there was a Ghana for sorry, no more a quality for a new register. And the NDC for a be on TSSA go for a compound here the artist again till like as a new pig party according to Kevin Tilano. Now, some no can or cast AJ Mensah Babo and Tengi can open or cassette. A year NDC for the interim walkway registration. Some more problem was solved. Some more council A and throw almost some Forënsic Audit. So, what is blocking you from like one more miles are Forënsic Audit as Obama Ghana for the call registering because it is a register in never quite the Alco 40 or A7 December. It's a petim will be a huny America so as a boy. Nane some no can say a pussy girl grandpa no air boss master and Ankasanka to the no cancer. Pussy girl is official suspended for unauthorized a voter transfer. Wabeka wing in age, Omo Koga demonstration, Momo NPP communicated can more demope artists in Sesame Jenviering. A cannibal so as a brow cushy and go for be a TV station, one of the TV station. As a cannibal as and part changes any answer good to come near good take him to the bar and then come on your channel.
I've seen all these facts. Please act upon them because the country belongs to all of us, especially the younger ones.
I'll say, on my facial recognition. Messi we mo on my national pigs party. What's it, Michael Kwe? You are, it is your problem. You, it is about you, Ghanaians. TUC, churches, Muslim leaders, Catholic leaders, the farmers. One wants to be on Omokasa. That time, you, the journalists, and then Kwasiafo, Omokache say, Ghana, Yempe Ghana ye. Why is the NDC asking questions which is valid? These questions are valid. In some about Umiabe Jina say, when we free Togo, what my basis of Sibia Omuyomo research. But NDC for the EC itself, Ababontin say, all the issues MDC raised, they have resolved them. Meaning, the NDC has the right to call for an independent auditor, a forensic audit in the register. It's simple as that. Picks People Party did not have anything as sensationalism. Mahamudu Bawumia Bekachira Ghana for you as a Togo. I want to afford a Togo for that is all that he came to do. Also, Kasai and I'll say, oh, they'll be going to a yellow Ivory Coast, any Burkina. No, the idea was that no more catch Sante for say, I want to afford a money on your competition. Oh, anything and Okwa Santimemne to Aba, Obit me PF KJT. I'll say, hey, Unko to Aba, I want to afford it to Gum a competition. It is not about reasoning. It is a message they were selling. They were selling to account for Titiwa Sante and it's here to aba asante for to make us say yes Togo for na to ahuna memu na wo de one to a inter kotoko ne has competition enye about impuntio momusa ba omia say omuko Ivorian border so omuko Burkina Faso border so. No, the idea was target NDC stronghold. More politics na nkofo we de mo ye no MPP omo jimi o me see NPP we want me moa ye hu MPP nyansafo we want me nyan. This National Pigs Party, these people don't think, they are selfish. Mujina o catch Ghana for say NDC for aye internal election 2014-15 Emma problem is see inti Emma we were here and a whole electoral commission catch say Pusiga EC official suspended for unauthorized voter transfer. This is basis enough for the register to be looked at. The EC admitted, say one of their own, a senior EC official who cannot just do it. They need to make sure computers upon computers are decoded. Because our EC official now a district officer that's how person movie a BB free or machine and you won't access to. It needs to go to your district, they need to open it at regional, and it needs to go to national. And this will be to mean access to a district technically or access to national. It is the NDC say, let us look at the register and do forensic auditor. And continuously and consistently, the NDC have been very consistent because everything they have come up with, the EC has never been able to deny it. Into way is not basis enough for the register to be looked at. Now, my man, why the NDC they have a case? Okay, now, the NDC compared the 2023 voter register to the 2024 provisional voters register, and these were the preliminary findings. NDC for AFA 2023 register, no, and nobody had to they using the 2024. No, these are the things they found, and the EC has said it is true. So why don't we need a forensic audit? This is what the NDC found. The NDC who ye when no mujina so press conference, tribal press conference. So it is not about sensationalism, it is about the facts. And as we speak, the Jane Mensah EC boss, Jimmy, they have not been able to deny any of the issues the NDC has raised. It calls for a forensic audit. Now, 243,000 TA. The EC, they have not denied this. Voters who transferred their vote in 2020 have been added to the 2024 transfer list again, thereby making it difficult to ascertain the accurate number of 2024 transfers made to the affected polling stations. The 2024 provisional voters register are bloated. The EC has never said this is not true. Nipa 243,000. Yatamo mudi free 2020.
Abusianfoneti for any information about to announce or submit for a pimasemo. Imam Tessa news you are saying yes. So concern about Yakufa the old year as the latest year would be a babu tia came till a bono. Emil says uncle for your more time no more position no more calling for a forensic auditor. Nene NDC for a qualified forensic auditor. More academy per se a forensic audit no more penny ever must be amba. Na easy to come back when Tibet can say. Yema NDC for a day bomb, like a drama soon, like was solve it. I this one almost also has some can someone solve it. Now, Yebeka, a year, easy no, as James Addo Queen, or making sure so, so you did TBI and every election in my year MPP Manukono, I don't know I say the chairman of a NDC na sending it as on chambers had an NDC and into now then or calling for a nationwide a protester a basu or Santa Senate say any some good talk. Ye be can ba me so good na baby bra no more position ke kan bo so asem ka say a 30,000 to go list for na kwa kwede e di ye Charlotte say they will be voter registration match so mo call for a new registration Michael Quay can be Alam Kojoche Martin can be upon Akroma so can be I assume when you kokoya da a in same pound of Ghana just na enya asem kutwa okay can't see me by bit my chair adwon ho comment section here the actual wadwin how you deal up the TV so